What is good, y'all? Welcome back to Chris and Rob Productions. As always, I am Chris, and I hope you're having a wonderful evening. New York Comic Con was this past weekend, and we got a plethora of DC news. First, I'm going to get into the trailer for Creature Commandos, which I have not seen, as well as I'm going to get into basically a panel breakdown of James Gunn and the Creature Commando cast and some questions that were asked to James Gunn about the DCU. And of course, I'm going to get into comics that were announced, as well as The Penguin, which I just saw episode 5 about an hour ago. And it was absolutely beautiful. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, I'm gonna save that to the end. But let's go ahead and get into this trailer. I haven't seen it, and then from there we'll just continue. So let's go ahead.
General Flag, you found yourself in the middle of an international incident.
Oh, princess.
Oh,
The
thirsty.
United States is in the business of saving the damn world by any means necessary.
I love Viola
What in
Davis.
holy hell?
Congress said we can't use human prisoners.
Oh shit!
These assholes aren't human.
You understand me now?
Who is she?
We call her the Bride.
I was born here.
Oh my god,
Who's Jason and the Argonauts?
It's Dr. Phosphorus.
phosphorus.
Why are you doing this? It's business.
Alan Tudyk.
What is that thing?
The Weasel. We know it has what it takes to survive.
He's around kids. He shouldn't be around
It's
kids.
Nina Mazursky.
Daddy?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Last one is G.I. Robot.
Goddamn Nazi killing machine.
I know you all aren't exactly enthusiastic about this mission.
Who
I didn't
is?
realize I had a choice.
You said you wanted me to be a hero.
Not like that.
With a joy that's hard to hide.
Until we find out the truth of what's going on here. We're supposed to be on the same damn team.
G.I.
Friend Nina. You're bound to see my other side.
Ooh, that's badass.
Shish kebab.
I'm just a soul whose
His intentions are good.
You're
Oh
so
Lord, please don't
hyperbolically
let me
violent.
be
You need
misunderstood.
therapy.
Please don't let me. Please don't let me.
Clayface. Who's that?
You wanted monsters. You got monsters.
Oh my gosh.
Die, Nazi.
He's not a Nazi, G.I.
Oh, okay.
Love that. So, let me pick a different shot. Let's do this one. Huh? This one? Dude, this looks amazing. Whew. So, we knew it was going to be TVMA, and oh boy, it is a hard TVMA, and I'm here for it. We get this is so the first one was a teaser, right? It didn't reveal much, which a good thing as well. Um, but this is of course the first. Let me go ahead and like that. It's the first official project for the DCU. And we get Rick Flag Senior, Frank Grillo, which we'll get into in a bit as well, and Clayface. Clayface was in this. I'm excited for that because that means Clayface is going to be in the DCU. I don't think we haven't had a theatrical Clayface. So that's badass. Speaking of badass, these Funko Pops that James Gunn revealed. I need these. I need these. There's one person that's missing. Two people that are missing. Amanda Waller and Rick Flag Sr., which he isn't on here. I'm assuming eventually we'll get their pops. They'll probably come out eventually. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy all 6 of these because heads up, I'm gonna be collecting a lot of DCU merch, figures, collectibles, things like that. I'm already reading up. This is even DCU comics. This is DC Comics, but I've been reading a lot lately. So let's go ahead and get into the panel. that James Gunn had over at New York Comic Con. This is over from DCU Brief, so thank y'all for this thread. I'm just gonna go through it and just give my thoughts on it, and then from there we'll just keep going. So here's everything James Gunn revealed about the DCU today in one thread. Uh, my profile pic is Mudang. Specific events from the DCEU will be canon to the DCU, but only when they are mentioned in the new DCU projects. So this is a quote from James Gunn. There are references, excuse me, there are references to things that happened in the past, and those references then become canon in the DCU because we mentioned them. It's an interesting take on the continuation of the DCEU. Some canon from there. We know Blue Beetle is going to continue to be canon, which I love. Peacemaker, of course. But Peacemaker season one isn't canon. Season two, of course. So whatever they mention, whatever they name drop, all that's going to be canon. So I like how they're going about that personally. This is an example. One example given is that Rick Flag is still dead. Gunn says Creature Commandos explicitly mentions that Rick Flag Sr.'s son is dead. I know someone had interviewed Joel Kinnaman recently. They asked him. He says he doesn't know and that he would love to be Rick Flag again. This is one of my favorite quotes from the panel. They said there is no overall aesthetic for the DCU. Instead, each project would be artistically distinct. This is when James Gunn said, "Every single project that comes out of the DCU studios is going to be its own thing. It's a connected universe, but we're not imposing an overall aesthetic." And I absolutely, this is my, like I said, this is my favorite thing to come out of this panel because I love the MCU, and why are you making comparisons to DCU, MCU, two different, shared universes, Marvel, DC? Let's not be coy. We know why there's comparisons there. The issue with the MCU, me loving the MCU, is that every movie feels like a copy and paste of the next one. It has the same aesthetic, the same jokes, the same filter, the same color grading, the same comedy, the same dialogue, the same action, the same um, story arcs. Of course, there are outliers that are very different. Like for an example, uh, Werewolf by Night, very different from anything that we've seen at all. Winter Soldier, I thought is a beautiful espionage story, which hasn't been replicated yet in the MCU. So there are instances where they can be different. For DC, for James Gunn to say that there is going to be no aesthetic, we are a connected shared universe, but every movie stands on its own. You're not going to have, like, let's say you go watch Superman next year, and it's a little more lighthearted. Superman's giving you hope, he's portraying hope, and then you go and you watch uh, Swamp Thing, and you're not going to get hope from the movie. You're going to get like we're in Louisiana swamp and shit's about to go down. So I like that they're going to be doing that. All right, what else do we have? Rick Flag Sr. will appear in three DCU projects already. Creature Commandos, Superman, which Frank Grillo's already said that he was going to be in Superman, and he's in Peacemaker season 2, which they're filming right now. And Frank Grillo, what a busy man to be over at DC. Speaking of Winter Soldier, he was Crossbones over in Marvel. And Frank Grillo, I've seen a few podcasts with him. He was on Michael Rosenbaum, Lex Luthor's podcast. He said he didn't like how things ended over at Marvel, so he's happy to be at DC, showing them what they are missing out on. So I'm happy for him and what he's going to be doing over there at DC. And of course, it's a very different season, very magical. They're in the middle of shooting right now. James Gunn released this image the other day on Instagram, and I still can't tell who it is. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that's Rick Flag Sr. He's in the woods on not a retreat, but like he's just on his own, and then he gets wind that his son died, cuts his hair, comes back into the fight. I'm assuming that's it, but we shall see. Superman trailer won't arrive relatively soon. It won't be too long, but it won't be too soon. So, David Corenswet on his buddy's podcast the other day said that he's going to be at CCPX, I forget the name, the Brazil, Comic Con essentially. He's going to be in Brazil. He said I'm going to be over there promoting the movie. So, uh, You're gonna show up in Brazil without a trailer? I mean, come on, guys. We know we're gonna probably get some footage in December, which is just a couple of months from now. Not even. Of course, Crypto, the super dog. Uh, this image released the other day, and Crypto plays an amazing role in Superman. He's an incredible part of the story. He came into the screenplay and kind of changed everything up, which I absolutely love. This isn't my wallpaper, but I have it downloaded so I can eventually change it to my wallpaper on my phone. They're editing Superman, okay, which we know. Alan Tudyk, he's gonna play Doctor Phosphorus, but he has a secret role in Superman, which we do not know what it is. He's not gonna play Doctor Phosphorus, so interested to see who he's gonna be. Alan Tudyk is no stranger to DC. Most recently, he was in Doom Patrol, which he was a great villain in season one and throughout the seasons. This was massive news to come out of the panel that Supergirl starts filming January 2025 in the UK. I know Supergirl gets a 2026 release date. So I'm absolutely love that Millie Alcock. I think she's gonna absolutely kill it. She's right here. James Gunn screen tested for Ruth in Supergirl. The actress tested along Millie Alcock in Supergirl, which I have the run right here somewhere. I have so much stuff. I have so many books I have to read. The Supergirl script, a completely different take on the superhero movie. Anna Nagor. I'm gonna try that again. Anna Nag- Nagoria came and pitched the story, and it was just one of the best pitches I've ever heard. She immediately wrote her first draft, and they got better and better. Anna, I'm not gonna pronounce the last name because I messed it up last time. She's gonna be writing the Teen Titans movie, the live action Teen Titans movie. That's gonna be her movie as well. So she has two that she is actively working on. Or no, she already wrote the script. I'm assuming. But yeah, Supergirl, and I'm sure she's working on Teen Titans, of course, as we speak. Tom King, one of my favorite writers out right now. Tom King and James Gunn created the initial story for Lantern. So we're getting into some Lanterns news. I did a couple of YouTube shorts that Aaron Pierre, of course, was casted as John Stewart, and Kyle Chandler was casted as Hal Jordan. They sketched out the concept during the first few months of DC Studios, which I absolutely love. This is what they had to say about Lanterns. It's very grounded in real series, which is strange to say for a Green Lantern show, but it's going to be something nobody's ever seen before. So, of course, whenever James Gunn announced the slate January of 2023, whenever he talked about lanterns, when he brought up lanterns, he said it's going to have a true detective feel. And ever since then, I've just been gripping for the show because True Detective season one, I think, is one of the best seasons to ever be written for television. And if it's going to have that tone with Green Lanterns, I'm here for it. James Gunn said that Aaron Pierre and Kyle Chandler screen tested together for Lanterns. It was some sort of miraculous moment. I just love everything they're saying together. This isn't on the thread, but James Gunn also revealed that Aaron Pierre was almost casted as Adam Warlock. So Aaron Pierre has been on James Gunn's radar for a few years already, and it's no, I've never heard of him up until Rebel Ridge, which is on Netflix, which I saw, a few weeks ago when it came out, and ever since then, I was like, this guy's Jon Stewart. So for him to be on James Gunn's radar, I love that, and apparently he's going to be in Blade if that movie exists. They're almost ready to start shooting. Mundy, Lindelof, King are dealing with lanterns. They're getting ready to shoot, and it's been amazing. What else do we have? And I said, thanks for reading. There's a couple other things that's not in this thread that I wanted to talk about. Basically, he said that David Corset's gonna blow everyone's fucking minds. He said fucking. I don't know if he said mind. He said something. So that I can't wait to see. Of course, Superman. And what else? Was there something else? No, I think that was pretty much all the stuff from the DCU panel. James Gunn, of course, answered a bunch of questions, and this thread broke down majority of them, which I appreciated. So thank you to DCU Brief for this thread. Let's go ahead and get into James Gunn's Instagram because, of course, the Creature Commandos, Funko Pops, need them. And then awesome photo he has with the cast of Creature Commandos. Absolutely beautiful, if you ask me, mate. That was a horrible attempt at that accent. Please apologize. Please apologize. I apologize. Please forgive me. All right. What else? What else? What else? That's pretty much it from here. This vigilante comic. This is next that I wanted to get. So now I'm gonna get into the comics that DC Comics DC talked about. I'm saying that right. James Gunn, I am thrilled to serve as a story consultant on Peacemaker Presents the Vigilante slash Eagerly double feature by creators Tim Seeley, Mitch Gerads, and Rex Ogle, and Matteo Lally for Peacemaker. Right here, we have Vigilante and Eagerly being absolute badasses. So this takes place between season 1 and season 2. Right here, we get a glimpse of Peacemaker on an airplane being an absolute fool, which I love because John Cena is amazing. Right here, we have Peacemaker. We have lizard, crocodile, zombies, Nazis, and they're gonna go absolutely ham on these motherfuckers, beating the fuck out of these Nazis, which is always a beautiful sight to see. And Vigilante. So the first it's gonna be the first DCU connected comic book series, comic book run, and I'm here for it. And as far as James Gunn's Instagram page, as far as like panels and stuff, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and go into DC official page. This Let me just take a second. Martian Manhunter is one of my favorite DC characters, and I need him to be in the DCU, and he will be. Let's be honest, he's going to be in the DCU, of course. This absolutely just got me so excited. So break up the Chocos, announcing Absolute Martian Manhunter series by Dennis Camp Comics and Javier Castor coming March 2025. There were some more images. I don't have them right now. But this just looks absolutely beautiful. Javier Castor, if you don't know what he's done, he he is doing or he did the Zatanna Bring Down the House, which I have it right here. I'm actively reading. I have some more issues I have at my shop that I need to go pick up. But Bring Down the House, love it, love the artwork, and I think this idea of having Martian Manhunter be this design, I love it. So that was whenever they announced that, I was like, most anticipated. And then they announced this, and I was like, also most anticipated. The King is back. Long live the King. Aquaman returns in a new ongoing series by Space Kicker and the art of John Timms, debuting January 2025. It's been 4 years since the last solo Aquaman series. And look at this absolute beauty of the artwork. Beauty of the artwork. There is a page I'm gonna go to that has more images of Aquaman as well as Martian Manhunter. I just said I don't have images. I do. I forgot. I'm gonna subscribe to this. And also, speaking of subscribing, I'm gonna subscribe to this. Ray Palmer and Ryan Choi work to restore the Justice League superpowers in the wake of Absolute Power, which I have the whole run right here as well. Ow, I hit my hand. Beautiful. And what does it say? Justice League: The Atom Project by John Ridley, Ryan Parrott, and Mike Perkins, debuting January 1st, 2025. I will absolutely be subscribing to this. This is going to be part of the Justice League Unlimited series. You know, issue 1 is going to be by Dan Mora and Mark Wade, which I don't think I've ordered yet, but I have it in my cart to order. And DC Vertigo is back. I never followed DC Vertigo when they were around the first time, but from what I've read, this is a comic artist owned type of brand, or not brand, but branch of DC. So, and it's very adult oriented books, which is like kind of like Black Label, DC Black Label, which is much more mature, can be more grimmid. Grimmid, is that a word? Grim stories. So, DC Vertigo, I am willing to check this out because it's DC. And I love DC. And two, I love more darker adult oriented stories as well. So, I think this is something that I am definitely going to be checking out. And as far as books, let's go ahead and get into some more. DC reveals the first look at Absolute Green Lantern from writers Al Ewing. Ewing. No, it's not Irving, right? And artist John Noy Lindsay. The book debuts this March and will be a cosmic horror series. Beautiful artwork. Don't know much about what this story is going to be about. They didn't really reveal much, of course, but I'm going to be checking this out. So this is from What's Next, a comic podcast over on Twitter. I want to thank them for getting these images at New York Comic Con. Of course, I was not there. But these are some more stories that are going to be coming out. JSA #1 on sale November. Look at that. Beautiful. Can't wait for that. Part of the DC All In, of course. Next, we have Metamorpho the Element Man. This was announced a few months back, but they got some, I believe, there was actual interior covers that they showed off, but I don't know. Issue 2, of course, right here. Here we go. Oh no, this is new. Wait, where's the Metamorpho stuff? Maybe I already passed it up. Oh, this is all of the Absolute stuff, which people have been covering so much. I'm gonna be reading these as well, but I wanted to get into the newer stuff as well. That's new, of course. The New Gods. This is, oh my god, the New Gods is gonna be so good with Orion at the helm. I need this. This is on sale December 18th. Beautiful. Yeah, some more. Oh wait, what's that? Wonder Woman. Okay. Wonder Woman number 14 interiors. I have some most recent Wonder Woman comics. I haven't been consistently. I'm not subscribed to it. The Atom Project, like I mentioned, I'm going to be ordering this January 1st. I'm gonna need that series, or I'm gonna need that run at least, of course. Justice League Unlimited #2 interiors. #1 comes out in November, so I'm gonna have to. Like I said, I haven't ordered yet, but I have it in my cart. This is gonna be dope. Lex Luthor special #1 special. This is January of next year. I don't know anything about this. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but it looks badass. Let's see. Let's see. This one. This was coming came out of nowhere. I haven't heard about this. The Fracture Spectrum by Jeremy Adams, artwork by Ken Murray, art main cover by Fernando Blanco. This comes out January of next year. I don't know anything about this. I'm just going through books, guys. Alright, this is what I love. That's what I love. Kaiju stuff, badass. All right, this is the Aquaman stuff. Aquaman #1 variant covers, beautiful. And then Aquaman #1 variant cover. I think I'm gonna need that Queen Mura one. This is beautiful. I'm gonna need that one. And is there any interiors? No, but it's somewhere. And last but not least, well, before we get into the Penguin, I can't wait for this. Can't wait for this. Can't wait for this. Can't wait for this. I can't. I need everything. I need everything. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the motherfucking Penguin. Just saw episode 5. I'm not gonna get into spoilers because that's gonna be a separate video. I'm gonna review the whole season when it's over. I have trouble doing episode by episode, at least long form. I do YouTube shorts, but I just have a short attention span sometimes. So I'm gonna do the whole season at the end. But of course, episode 5, we saw the aftermath of episode 4. I'm gonna get into episode 4 a little bit. We saw what Sophia did to the Falcone family. We saw how Vic. Oh no, that was episode 3. What happened with Vic at the end of episode 3? It's sort of the aftermath of those two events, and then the Penguin does the most ruthless thing in this episode that we've seen from the first 4 episodes. There's a particular scene. It involves the Maronis. He does something that was absolutely brutal, and it just solidified that the Penguin is a bad motherfucker, and that they're building him up to be a main villain in Matt Reeves' The Batman, and they're going about it wonderfully. Sophia Falcone, I think she's just an absolute. She, give her Emmys. Christine Melotti, I think it's pronounced her name. I'm so bad with names, guys. Apologies. She is killing it. Colin Farrell, killing it. Victor, killing it. So Maroni's involved in episode 5. Sophia Falcone makes a big power move. Victor shows he's loyal to Penguin. and Penguin does something absolutely ruthless. Episode 5. Every week it's like, this is the best episode. This is the best episode. This is the best episode. Episode 5. I don't know. It's just so good. I love every episode so far. This is the best episode. So, guys, that is all I have for you right now. Go check out the Penguin, please. Go check out these comics when they come out, please. I think they're going to be absolutely amazing. We're gonna need these. We're gonna need these. I'm gonna need these. James Gunn killing it over at DCU Studios, of course. And yeah, that's all I have for you right now, guys. And this trailer was badass. So, guys, all I have. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be doing DC videos. That's pretty much all I do now, to be honest with you. That's all that really gets me excited. That's what gets me to get on camera and talk is DC related stuff because I love Detective Comics. So as always, guys, I'm Chris. Please like, share, and subscribe. Catch y'all next time. Peace.